sense to anybody, right?
How you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Good. I was wondering if you could...
Are you representing who? Who are you representing?
I'm just representing myself independently, yeah. No media outlets, and it's bipartisan. So I just wanted to ask you a couple quick questions. I was wondering if you could tell me what you're protesting here today.
So today we're protesting this also. We launched a new book, China Virus, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So we don't care about this Trudeau or Justin Trudeau or Andrew Scheer, whoever, right? And there's liberal or NDP or liberal or conservative, whoever, right? So I have a multi-party memberships, but I think that when you have the scientific word, at least we have two: coronavirus and COVID-19, and I use this China virus over there. So now nowadays, because 40%, 43% of Chinese Canadians are experiencing racial profiling and racism. So this is a stats has shown that. So now this has only going to add fuel to fire. So this will be further propagate the kind of bias and hatred towards China, because for myself, we have in Jerusalem, we have every one of us has some experience of a racist comment or whatever. So the kind of experience, the behavior kind of thing. So that's what we here with protesting about this book, especially the title, and of course this guy, and the very sly, and of course he's been slamming people, and got you check the what do you call it, the Wikipedia. So he's slandering lots of people, and got caught, and the court ordered him to pay. He said he never paid. I don't know how he got away with it. But I think that you check this about this person.
You mentioned that there were statistics stating that 43% of Chinese Canadians face discrimination. I'm just wondering if you could tell me what the source is of those statistics.
Well, this is I was attending an anti-racist forum. There's one guy, his name is Trent, who sits on the city anti-racist committee. So he said,
okay.
I think that from some other not sources, but from other say that I think this is pretty true. You can check on the internet to verify. I think that's pretty accurate.
Have you had an opportunity to read Mr. Levant's new book?
I don't think that because the title alone, I think that anger lots of people from the Chinese community.
Do you think that the contents of his book might contain anti-Chinese Canadian sentiment?
I have no idea. What if I make a book? Because that could have led. No, because we're talking about emotions, right? People can be, because of a certain stigmatization, and people can just very, very much led to believe whatever we're saying. Right?
What is it about the title of the book that you find to be offensive?
China virus. So that's actually the word of probably one of the first famous person said that was Donald Trump. And now you see what a situation now in the United States, right? United States. How many people died? 138,000. Yeah, 140,000. Everything, right? And of course, he just blamed China for everything, right? Why don't you just get on with your own country?
Well, I think the blame is to the Chinese Communist Party and not to the Chinese people. I think there needs to be a really clear distinction of this. Yes.
He explained to me about China virus.
And the atrocities that are happening in Hong Kong, which people seem to want to ignore.
So tell me, sir, how many people did the Hong Kong police kill?
This is not information that I have.
Zero.
But how many people have they put into
how many years?
camps? How many people have they put into concentration camps and forced abortions on and this is in regards to the Muslims and so on.
Okay. I think
there's a lot of issues here.
I was born there.
Have you
That's
been
my
in China?
hometown.
You from Xinjiang?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's my hometown.
Yeah, this lady is from Xinjiang. Xinjiang from Uyghur region.
This is
Okay,
a
this
sensitive
lady
area.
is.
This is a sensitive area, so
That's
I'm
wrong.
going to.
Nobody has been there.
Well, this is
wrong.
potentially a
So
hot.
that's a
I
rumor.
think you must be a senior, right? I'm a senior. I'm just
I'm a
10
senior,
senior,
yes.
65 years.
That's
Yeah.
totally wrong. I always want to say that.
I've been
Nobody
living
knows.
in
But
Canada
just think
for
of the rumors
43,
spread everywhere.
73 years.
I think we
It's
all
a
need to
bigger
thank
person.
our governments here for the freedom that we have enjoyed. Freedom is fleeting.
Not for the
Freedom-
not for the
freedom
government.
is fleeting.
Not for the government.
In
Not for- I think
Canada,
that's
we have
important.
freedom. In Canada, we have freedom. Freedom is fleeting, and we need to thank our governments for that here. And I think that's why the book is important for people to read, not so much because it might have some issues about the title that people might interpret as being xenophobic
this
or
also,
racist,
we don't decide.
but
Have you
the,
checked this
the
also?
issue is against the Chinese government, not against the people. Now, I have to say this. The consulate might have asked you to come here.
No,
There might
no,
be
no.
fear.
This is
There might be
another
fear.
lie.
There might
Another
be
lie.
fear.
You can see now.
You might be here because
what's your
of
name?
fear.
What's your name?
I would prefer to keep that confidential
Well, so
because of the
but
because
then,
of this.
but now, please.
And
now, I will
I'm
ask
going to
you.
leave you with these fine gentlemen here with the
But
cameras.
what I can tell you that Mr. Levant is a lie. He's just like so. You come. You are sending by the Chinese consulate, whatever, embassy, whatever.
Well, there might be
It's a total
speculation.
lie. I
and
just
there
got a
might be
win
fact.
last night.
But let's
I know,
separate
but these are
speculation from fact.
we
Let's
got a call.
separate speculation from fact.
That's
important.
the fact.
So I agree with.
He's
well,
telling,
I don't know
he's
if that's
telling a
fact.
lie.
I don't
So
know if
you
you're
rather,
telling a lie or
so
I don't know
I'm
if
here.
you.
My name is Jonathan Dye. I ran for the PC party, for the Liberal Party, for the Alberta Party. Okay, that's my background. I'm a true Canadian.
You ran for the PC party.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. I ran for the Peace Party
So
as
you
well.
believe in democracy?
And I organized the
you
leadership
believe in
races.
democracy?
Of course, I believe that.
Good,
I lead,
good.
I led,
Okay.
you know, I
We
organized.
have nothing more to.
right?
We agree. We have nothing more to say. I do have to go. Thank you very much.
Thank you very
But
much.
I'm very
Okay.
glad that you agree in
But I can
democracy.
tell you, Levant is a
But
lie.
I
He's a lie.
think if we're to
He
say-
He lies in,
Well,
in front of
maybe
people.
maybe he lies, maybe you lie, but the important thing is this: he is fighting for freedom.
He's not. He's not.
Freedom
He's
of
a-
speech. I
He's
think he's fighting for freedom of speech,
he's
and
fanning
you have
hatred.
you have
He's fanning
freedom here.
hatred. He's fanning hatred.
You have freedom here.
He's
So
fanning
I'm going to leave
racial
you.
hatred.
Leave you be.
Just a couple more questions, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Do you support the protests, the pro-democracy protests in Hong Kong?
I support that in general, but of course I don't support the kind of riot can cost by that. Because so far the gentleman say, well, the atrocity happened in Hong Kong. In Hong Kong, 0 person died because of that, police atrocity, whatever. Look at the United States.
Do you support
Okay, see, right?
Do you support the sovereignty of Taiwan
No.
from mainland China?
I don't.
You don't support the sovereignty of China?
I don't.
Or pardon me, of
Because that's
Taiwan?
part of China.
It is?
It's part of China.
Okay.
And Hong Kong is part of China. So this is we all entitled to our opinions.
So you're opposed
Even
to...
though I'm a Canadian citizen, but I think also Canada also recognize China is the
One
only
China.
one China policy. Also Canada.
So there is no separate democratic government in Taiwan?
From a conservative, liberal, conservative, back to liberal, conservative, whatever, all along
one
since
Canada.
1972.
Sure.
Right.
But is there not a separate pro-democracy government currently ruling Taiwan?
No, because that you look at the history. So because at the time, because there was a national party who governed China, also for a long time, because of the
Just after the Second World War.
And there was a second, third or fourth generation period of they sort of they want separate. So that's the situation.
If the,
But if you ask for people's vote, what about, of course, maybe in Taiwan, most people will want to separate, but have you asked for people in mainland China vote? That would be a different answer, totally different answer.
if the
So
commun-
this is history, just like, yeah, that's right.
Just one more question. If the communist Chinese military launched a full-scale invasion on the shores of Taiwan, would you support that, or would you be opposed
I think
to
this
that?
is I wouldn't imagine that kind of thing. I don't think that's a fair question. sorry.
Fair enough.
So you look like a journalist. Like you have lots of journalism experience.
Not very much.
Tell me more.
I'm just
Tell me
here
more. Tell
asking
me the
questions
truth.
to see what everyone's
Tell
doing
me the
today.
truth. Tell me the
And
truth.
this will be edited cleanly, not in a biased way, and it'll be made available on YouTube for
Thank you very
those who
much.
want to see
Okay.
it. Thank
What's
you
your
very.
name?
My name is Derek.
Derek.
Thank you very much
Okay,
for your
thank you.
time. I
Okay,
appreciate it.
Take care.